What's going on, guys? XQ420 here. You know how I get down when I come around. It is summertime. We have got the thing on us, burner, heater, toaster, whatever you want to call it. Seasoning on us too. Today's video. Oh, first time to the channel, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button for me. Today's video, Moderna. They got a little vaccine action, got a little trials going on, but we got a little adverse side effects. Let's jump into it. All right, article right here. Moderna COVID-19 vaccine induced adverse reactions in more than half of trial participants. Huh. It's kind of funny how you see how on the tube, on the telly, they've been telling you they've had some great trial results. Seems like they had a little bit of adverse effects. Let's jump into it. It said a highly anticipated clinical trial for a potential COVID-19 vaccine managed in part by the American drug company, Moderna, has resulted in some adverse effects in more than half of the trial's participants, with one test group reporting severe symptoms. So hold on a second. So we're going to try to hide from something. We scared to death of something that's got a 99.96 or 99.82, whatever you want to do. It's over 99% survival rate. But we want to go and take this vaccine that's going to have adverse symptoms, adverse side effects in over half, with some severe symptoms as well. Okay, I got you. Who knows what else that's doing to the rest of your body? That's probably shaving years off your life. I don't know how much these folks are getting paid is going in here and taking this, but I mean, I hope their family's well taken care of, because I mean, they might be leaving here shortly. So this said, the trial, which is also being sponsored by the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, administered the vaccine as a 0.5 milliliter injection in the deltoid muscle in two shots spaced about 1 month apart. So hold on a second. So they've been doing this for a hot minute now. Here's what I'm trying to figure out. When the last time you've seen anybody be able to make a vaccine in 4 months? I mean, they over here, oh, we gotta vaccinate. Dude, don't that stuff take like 10 years to do? I mean, I don't know. I mean, let me look something up. Let me see if I can find something for y'all. Okay, guys, so I got this right here. They got the 5 stages of vaccine development. Okay, so a vaccine usually takes more than 10 years to develop and costs up to $500 million. More than 10 years. And we're going to take one in 6 months, 8 months. Look at this. Discovery and research, 2 to 5 years. Up to 100 potential. Preclinical, 2 years. They drop it down to 20 potential vaccines. Clinical development, 1 to 2 years. Is it safe? 10 potential vaccines. That's when they drop it down to 10. 2 to 3 years. Does it activate an immune system response? Boom, they have 5 potential. 2 to 4 more years. Does it protect against the disease? That's when they narrow it down to 1. And then 1 to 2 years, they actually review and approve the vaccine. And then they manufacture it. 10 years costing $500 million. But what folks are running out to try to get this vaccine that they're going to put out in 8 months? Come on now. What are y'all smoking? Y'all are sitting here hiding behind stuff for the common cold, man. Let it go. Let it ride. So 2 shots spaced a month apart, as I said. 2 separate groups received 25 microgram and 100 microgram doses, respectively. A third group with a 250 microgram dose was subsequently added. I don't know all this microgram, microliter, micro all this. I don't know what they're pumping in you. You see this little syringe right here. They pumping something in you. I don't know. I'm wary of the thing. So they said the vaccine induced a anti-SARS-CoV-2 immune response in all participants, the research team reported Tuesday in the New England Journal of Medicine. That journal where Dr. Fauci went in there and said that the case fatality rate of COVID-19 is going to be just like a severe flu, 0.1, but shut everything down. They said researchers said that no trial-limiting safety concerns were identified yet. A majority of participants still reported at least one side effect. At least one. And this ain't got to do with what they're going to feel like in about the next 2-3 years. And this stuff might start eating away at the bones and stuff. They just walk out and the bone turn to straight up ash. They step on it, the whole thing fold up. You just got a old flop down there. I mean, I don't know what's about to happen with this stuff. It says solicited adverse events that occurred in more than half of the participants included fatigue, chills, headache, myalgia. Myalgia. I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is right quick. Okay, myalgia describes muscle aches and pains. Okay, which involve ligaments, tendons, and the fascia, soft tissues. Okay, so you pretty much just hurting all over. And pain at the injection site. Report states fever, joint pain, and nausea were also reported. Well, dang, bud, you just gave me all the COVID-19 symptoms. I mean, you just gave me all the symptoms, bud. I'm sick now. Thank you. Dang, bud. They said side effects grew more common with more and larger injections. So but, but they're making you more sick the more they pump the stuff in you. It says systemic adverse events were more common after the second vaccination, particularly with the highest dose. In 3 participants, 20% of the 250 dose group reported one or more severe adverse events. Man, this ain't looking good for Moderna. Moderna straight up crooks, man. They did this the last time. They said, "Oh man, we got some good news on the vaccine." The stock shot up. Them folks sold their stocks, and that thing dropped right out. So, oh, that's my bad. That shit don't work. I mean, and then they bought right back in. Man, watch these folks. Man, they crooks, man. They said, notably, every participant in the 2 larger dose groups reported adverse reactions after their second injections. One study participant in the smallest dose group, meanwhile, was removed due to having developed hives after the first round of injections. I mean, breaking out in hives. Man, my whole body hurts. I got a fever. I got snot running out my nose. My butthole's bleeding. Man, what you do to me? You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh yeah, everybody run and get the vaccine. I guarantee you today, if they said that they had a vaccine and they come out with a lie, said, man, I know this thing works. I guarantee you they could load them up by the train cart and drag them off to their death, and everybody be right in there. Oh man, we're gonna be saved. Stop waiting for folks to save you, man. Just live your life, man. When God calls, that's it. That's just all there is to it. Don't do dumb stuff like run with scissors or clean the barrel of your gun while it's loaded, pointing at your face. I mean, you can avoid some stuff, but life happens, man. It said the scientists said that due to ongoing status of the project, they are not yet able to assess the durability of the immune responses generated by the vaccine, but they intend to follow participants for 1 year after the second vaccination and examine regular blood samples to monitor the vaccine's effort. So we see that they don't know, but they just pulled up another article right here shortly thereafter of that one, if I'm correct. Let's make sure I'm correct on that. Yep, that's 7:15. So yep, the next day. Yeah, pretty much next day. So it says right here, bad news for Moderna. More evidence shows COVID-19 antibodies disappear not long after infection. So they're saying right here that it may not offer protection for more than 2 to 3 months for most people. But do you know why that is? I want y'all to remember, how many colds do you think you've had during your life? I'll wait. However old you are, you usually have one a year. So if you have 30, but it's a cold. The thing keeps changing. You're not going to have antibodies forever. Otherwise, once you got it once, you never get sick again. Man, life is not made for you to live eternally. Man, you're going to leave here. So you see right here that that they're finding out, 2 to 3 months, and let me see if I find something right here. They're talking about the T cell response to the infection, which once they start talking about they develop and examine body's T cells and all that, man, that gets way over my head, man. I don't even know what they're talking about, but I know it sounds like they're trying to do some type of DNA RNA change on you, and I ain't down with it. I don't know what they're changing up. It's kind of like some of this GMO mosquitoes, and we got all this. What is it? Impossible foods. They come out with the Impossible Burger. Now KFC got the Impossible Chicken. I'm like, what the hell is this? Impossible Chicken? Just get me the regular bird, man. I don't want your Impossible Chicken. Man, I don't know what kind of stuff y'all doing. So, in closing on this, Guys, be wary of this whole vaccine thing. As I said right here, when I clicked right on this, I knew what we're doing is all nonsense and BS. 10 years, $150 million. That's usually how long it takes and how much it costs to actually get a vaccine out to people. 10 years, 500 million. We have one knocked out in about 6, 8 months. Really. And folks are gonna crowd in for this. So everybody watch it back. And I got a feeling they're gonna try to make this mandatory. And there need to be some pushback on it. Say, dude, go on with your stuff. Now here's what I'm gonna say. Why does it need to be mandatory? If certain folks get their shots and I don't get mine, then that just means the rest of us dummies are gonna die off, right? And we just leave all y'all smart people hanging around, correct? So why do I need to get it? You know why you need to get it? Because they need to fill their pockets. On top of that, you don't know what they're pumping in you. Wake up the next morning, stuff won't even get hard. You'd be like, what is this? I'm a 20-year-old, can't even get a rise up. So, I mean, man, watch out for this stuff, man. It's getting more and more critical. Man, we get more and more into the end game. And when you get into the end game, man, you got to make sure your mind's right, your body's right, spiritually you're right. And we just got to be prepared. We got to fight this as much as we can. That's why I'm trying to get these messages out for you guys, going over different articles, stuff that you're not really seeing widespread. So I appreciate everybody for coming to the channel, of course. As always, like, share, subscribe. Come catch me on a few other ones. I got plenty of videos in the past as well. Check out a few of those. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.